Group 1 presentation survey research presented by Saharatev and Brennan Briganti. Understanding survey research. Survey research helps to drive information from a large sample on a topic of investigation. Survey research is commonly used in healthcare research. Survey research was first introduced in 1980s to measure patient satisfaction. In survey research, surveys are used to measure a broad range of information, for example, knowledge, attitudes, values, opinions, actions, intentions, behaviors, and beliefs. Survey research is dependent on the willingness of respondents whether to participate. Survey research is quantitative in nature. Some survey research questions may be qualitative in nature, such as open-ended questions, but survey research data is always analyzed statistically. Survey research are non-experimental in design. In survey research, variables are not manipulated. Information is gathered to get information and their relationship with each other. What are the steps to using survey research? There are several steps in using survey research method. First step is to have a hypothesis or a clear and concise question. To determine the direction of the survey research, knowledge and understanding of statistics is required. Next step is to choose the right type of survey. Next step is choosing sample. Sample is determined by the needs of the researcher. The type of sample selected is usually convenient sampling. Sample size is dependent on the statistical significance of the study. Next step is developing coding for all the respondents' answers, then should be entered into a computer database. The next part of survey research is data collection. Data collection can be interviews or questionnaires. A structured interview can be either face-to-face, by telephone, or self-reported, postal or internet questionnaire. Next step is data analysis, where statistical data analysis is utilized. When conducting survey research, ethical issues need to be considered. Last step is interpreting and sharing results. Providing an example of the survey research where one study has been used. A recent study where survey research was utilized was completed by the Second American School District Panel Survey. Survey was funded and published by the RAND Corporation, which is a nonprofit institution funded by the U.S. government to improve policy and decision making through research and analysis. Aim of the study was to assess and reveal the extent of divisions in that public schools were operating based on the changes brought on by COVID-19 pandemic. Summary of the study that was used in our group project of survey research. The RAND Corporation fielded this study from January 2021 to March 2021. A survey of 6 total questions were submitted to 434 district leaders, including 400 superintendents of traditional public school districts and 34 executive directors of charter management organizations. The results of the survey were then summarized. Similarities and differences of responses were trended based on multiple different categorical information. For example, responses were split up into differences such as rural school answers versus urban school answers. Summarize the study and how it was used in our group project of survey research. Statistical data was also examined, such as 17% of urban districts compared with 42% of rural districts were offering fully in-person education by February 2021. This allows for critical analysis and comparisons of what school districts were showing improvements and those that were not showing progress. Based on this, certain factors could potentially be corresponded and associated with positive or negative outcomes. Challenges and limitations of survey research. There are challenges and limitations to be considered with survey research. One limitation that needs to be considered is that respondents must choose an answer from a predefined list. This absolutely limits the spectra of feedback that can be retrieved from population and may also muddle results because individuals may choose an answer they most related to rather than particular answers they would have wished to have communicated. These types of inaccuracies can lead to problematic generalizations or distorted results. Another limitation to be considered is the ability to accurately communicate survey questionnaires or goals to the respondent. Because this type of process often does not require any direct communication between parties, the participants answering the survey are often unable to request any clarifications or mentoring. This means that barriers to accurate responses include language barriers, physical or cognitive barriers, non-response rates, and lack of access to resources such as appropriate technology to complete the survey. It is difficult to provide equitable assistance that is necessary for accuracy. These are especially important to consider if surveys are completed anonymously. There is no precise way to assess for adequate and meaningful diversity or possible biases from the chosen population. And these are the references used for our presentation. Thank you.